Morning, Hila Traviata. People, I think, are in a situation at the moment where it's unquestionable that the energy within the manosphere is now non existent. And why is that happening? I think it's happening because you can only be bitten so many times until one day you just say, I've had enough and I'm not doing this anymore. And men are there. Men are there. Men, from what I can see, have no interest in being in relationships anymore. They've been burnt multiple times. They've been, you know, physically, I guess, sickened by the emotional strain of relationships. And it's just not worth it. I mean, I keep hearing over and over again from guys, it's just not worth it. There's no longer any inclination or any inspiration or any urgency from any man to be in a relationship. There is no chat anymore. I mean, of course there's always going to be good-looking men, but a good-looking man now holds very, very limited to zero power within the dating market. Unlike what they used to hold. At the moment, people say, well, who's doing well? Well, I don't think any man is doing well. But if you've got money and you've got status, you're probably going to do better than anyone else. And that's where we are at the moment. We're in a situation where the economy is in a mess. And I think at the end of the day, men are no longer willing to put their neck on the line, because they know if you're in a relationship, even with an average looking girl, the odds are she'll leave you. I mean, I'm baffled that any guy would even contemplate having a relationship with an attractive woman. I mean, I guess if you were in that, you would have to just say, well, every day is my potential last day with her. And I guess if you go in with that mindset, which is an unhealthy mindset, if you want a relationship and kids and that, but if you have that acceptance, I mean, I guess you can live with it. Because the reality is that 99% of women will cheat on you. And that's just the way it is at the moment. That's just the way it is at the moment. If they've got the ability to cheat, they'll cheat. Unless you can find some, village woman from the depths of Kenya, maybe, I don't know, or the Nairobi, from some tribe. But I think, again, the minute you bring that person into the West, they'll be toxified within 24 hours anyway. Look, at the moment now, it's about money. From what I can see, if you've got the money, you've got the power. I mean, if the usual scenario, what we're seeing at the moment is, back in the 90s, right? Back in the 90s, I wasn't dating then. Let's go to the early 2000s, right? This is what the scenario was, right? You'd be in a relationship with a woman. She'd go to the gym, and that good-looking personal trainer or that good-looking guy at work, she'd go out and have an affair with him. Okay? And she'd either come back to you or she'd be, pumped and dumped by him, and she'd go on what Steve Hoker used to call the cock carousel. That's not the case in 2026, right? in 2026, this is, I'll tell you what the scenario is. You got a relationship, you got a wife, you got whatever you want. She's with you. She starts spending more time with her friends, going out for drinks. She starts mingling with other friends who have left their husbands and partners. She's working for a boss who's recently been separated. He's earning good money. He likes her. And then at some point, she works back late. And then at some point, she goes on offsites, work offsites. And then she starts to have a relationship with him effectively, which is what she's doing. And then within a few weeks, she says, I don't love you anymore. And she moves in with her 50 plus year old boss who lives in, some affluent area. I've seen this play out over and over again. That's your Chad. That's your Chad. Because Chad now is powerful only within the gay homosexual community. Outside of that, Chad is women don't want Chad. Just go on social media. Go on social media. Go and have a look at the live streams. Woman after woman, average looking women, fucking makeup piled on their face, doing live streams of simps in the comment section. Gorgeous, love you, marry me, you're amazing, you're perfection. Right? And if the girl's remotely good looking, then it's like she's almost like a superstar status. You won't find one so-called Chad doing live streams with women giving him that degree of admiration. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. That's simply the case. That's where we are in 2026. Kia ora, Chaviata. Good night and God bless.